or every time you release a song, your ex messages you asking if it's about them?
I think the ex messaging me about if it's. I like a little bit of drama. Love drama. That sounds fun.
Cool. Today I am joined by a singer-songwriter from Gothenburg, Sweden, known for emotional cinematic songs that sit somewhere between soul, pop, and maybe a touch of a classical influence. His music has reached millions of listeners worldwide, with songs like Broken and Ending becoming global favorites. His sound often blends delicate piano, orchestral moments, and powerful vocals that feel built for film tracks as well as radio. Over the past decade, he has released multiple albums independently, building a huge international audience without with a following uh, that is huge, phenomenal. If you check him out on Insta and everything, which we'll get to that shortly by giving you all his social media handles. But he has a new song, "Always You," which looks back on past love, memory, and the strange feeling of wondering what could have been. He's about to head out on a European tour, including a London show at the Tabernacle in May. Today, we find out what his perfect concert would look like. It's Isak Danielson. Isak, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
It's an it's a pleasure to have you here. I'm quite excited about today's episode. Let's
Yay.
get straight in.
Uh
Um,
huh.
your songs feel very honestly emotional. When did you realize that music was a place where you could say things that you maybe couldn't say in everyday kind of life, I guess?
I don't know if I have a moment for when that happened. I think I've just. It's always kind of been in a very important part of music for me. And when I've written music and songs, I've just always felt felt very natural doing that. So so yeah, and that's the way that I listen to music. I love I feel like you can feel when somebody's very honest. You can hear it in their voice. You can hear it um, in the way that they sing the words. So it's always been very important to me. So it's not one moment. I've always just wanted to be as honest as possible in my music.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And you often write about memories, love, and moments that feel maybe unfinished. But when you're writing those songs, do you feel that that closes the chapter, or do you think it kind of keeps them alive?
I mean, sometimes I feel like it closes a chapter a little bit, and that feels good. And then in some ways, I guess it kind of does keep them alive. I feel like when I love nostalgia and when you go into that and when you reminisce on, you know, past loves in your life, I guess you really do bring them alive and you kind of, yeah, you go into that place where you were when you were with them and stuff. So a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Yeah, no, I guess it's also kind of dependent on the what you're trying to convey in the song that you've written in that moment, isn't it? So it's
Yeah,
kind of like this song, I want it to kind of keep that moment alive, and this song, I do want to close that chapter. So it kind of it has to lend itself to what you're hoping the outcome would be. Um,
absolutely. And it's fun. It's fun. I love nostalgia and I love looking back. And I'm always, I'm like, oh, it was better before, which I guess I feel like that's something that I feel all the time. But I'm like, maybe I'm just also, I always feel like that when the time has passed. Like when then I look back and I'm like, oh, it was just so much better back then. But then I guess it's one, I should be in the present a little bit more. But yeah, I love to be nostalgic and I love to look back and, you know, dwell and overthink stuff, which I guess in private life could be a little bit annoying, but with music, it helps me that I have that.
it's what this whole podcast is built on nostalgia. So I'm here
Oh,
for it, 100%.
amazing. Amazing.
um, when people hear your music for the first time, and maybe they haven't even taken in like the lyrics so much yet, but what is the kind of overarching feeling that you're hoping that they take away, maybe even on the first listen?
I hope that they just feel something, whatever it can be. If it's, a sad feeling, a happy feeling, and I hope that they see themselves and yeah, I just hope it makes people feel and connect in some way.
As long as it can kind of
If
draw
that
out
makes
an
sense.
emotion.
You have to let me know if I'm
Yeah,
not making sense, because also,
no,
English
no,
is not my native
I fully
language.
got it.
Amazing.
No, you're doing great. Don't worry, you're doing great.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. I think again, it's I guess dependent on the song, right? Like it's dependent on what emotion you're trying to draw out of people by the way that you're delivering. The how the song is written, the kind of the levels of the song, and everything kind of goes hand in hand with that. Let's take it back a little bit, Isak, to maybe when you were a little bit younger. Um, I want to talk about the first song that really kind of moved you emotionally.
Ooh,
Let's got
that's a
nostalgic about it.
yeah, that's a difficult question, 'cause I haven't even thought about that. I mean, a song that moved me emotionally. I don't know. I think there must have been a song maybe before this, but listening to Adele, I'm a huge fan of Adele, and listening to
Nice.
her, um, I think it was her cover of "Make You Feel My Love." I remember loving that, and I remember feeling a lot of emotions. So maybe I'd say that song, but I'm also thinking that wasn't that long ago. I don't know how old I was when she put that out. Um,
I mean, it's still a fantastic choice, and I think that's the thing about this question. It doesn't have to necessarily be the very first.
I'm
That's
like the
quite a big
absolute
ask.
first one. I was like, which one? Name it exactly. It could, yeah. But I'll go with that one. I think "Make You Feel My Love" with Adele, and then all of her songs always makes me feel so much. So yeah. But I think that was the first one that I heard that I really, um, um I just I was hooked on Adele since that.
Okay, lovely. Um, what was the first concert you ever went to?
My first concert I ever went to was. I feel like these questions are kind of simple, but also I'm like, what was the first concert I've ever been to? I I didn't go to that many concerts when I was young, I gotta say, and um, it took some time. I think the one of the first concerts I really remember being like blown away was Dolly Parton. She came
Oh, wow.
to Gothenburg, in Sweden, where I'm from, and she did a show, and it was absolutely amazing. And I remember her playing all the instruments, like the way that her voice was amazing, the way that she spoke in between the songs, the way it was just amazing. It was fantastic. I remember loving that so much.
I would love to see Dolly perform. I
Yeah,
think it would be such a fantastic show, and she is like you have to think about all the songs she's written as well, not just for her own brand, but like everything, and it's just
it's
like it blows
crazy.
your mind a little bit that this song and this song are written by her, and you just have no idea.
No, I know her catalog is endless.
Exactly, exactly. And so I guess on the subject of songs as a whole, is there a song that has kind of lingered on with you throughout the years that still can give you like chills when you listen to it?
Mm, I think there's a lot of songs that I never really get tired of listening to. Um, But I think that, again, I'm such a huge fan of Adele, and I love, you know, especially her last album, didn't like so much. But the ones before that, I absolutely adore. So like any songs from those albums, I love. I feel like maybe Don't You Remember? It's a song that she has on 21 that I can always go back and listen to and just get chills.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that. Adele is a very special artist, isn't she?
she
Like,
is.
she just has the again, another artist that I'd love to see live because I just imagine that have you ever seen her?
I have actually seen her. I wasn't my plan to because I was like, with 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 her, I felt like I was like too excited to even. I couldn't even try to get. I was like, it was a weird thing about like kind of being scared of seeing her. Also, maybe to like be disappointed or like to be too excited that I did. It's weird. It was something weird in my head, so I didn't even try to get tickets. I wasn't planning on it, and then a friend managed to get tickets, and she took me with her to Stockholm, and we saw her. And it was when she did her tour for 25, that album. So it was an arena show, which I mean, she was fantastic, and I remember loving it. I think it would have been a little bit different if it was another type of venue. I feel like I would have loved. Of course, she's huge, so she can't play those small venues anymore. I guess she can, but like, doesn't make sense. But yeah, I would have loved to see her in a smaller, like cozier venue, um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
where you would have
yeah,
felt
definitely.
a little bit more nerve and it would have been a bit closer. And but I, I love that concert. She was amazing.
That's incredible. Yeah, I need to. I think I need to buff up on going to more gigs. I was just saying to Evie actually, I've got four children.
Mhm.
So going to gigs is becoming harder and harder, as you can
I,
imagine.
yeah, I can
But
imagine.
I have to, you know, what I mean, it's part of me. I have to go to see some. So I'm really looking forward to the day that they're all old enough where we can be like, family trip, let's go. We're all going, we're gonna go and see the new biggest thing at the O2 in London, or even just
Hell
a
yeah.
small venue. Um,
Amazing. What was the last concert that you went to?
so I do go to some, and it was, oh God, what was the last? I took my partner to see Bowling for Soup with
Oh,
Wheatus.
no idea.
So they're like a pop punk band. So I'm very much
Ah,
like, my childhood was very much emo, pop punk adjacent, but then I'm also a songwriter, so I love pop music.
yeah.
I'm very kind of versatile with the music that I enjoy, but like all the bands behind me, for example, are the bands that I grew up with, and that's why they're on the wall. So you
Ah,
have a lot of emo, and then you have like Coldplay at the
amazing.
top, and it's like it's quite versatile. But I would love to experience, because music is such a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I would love to share that with the kids and
How old are
see
they?
them grow up. The oldest is 10, then we've got an
Yeah.
8-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 5-month-old.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. We're
That is a
going
lot.
well, we're going for a basketball team. I'll let you know how it goes.
But no, I get that. And like how lovely to go with your kids to concerts and like, find out what kind of music they like and where they, what kind of artists they want to see. And it is like something that's just magical when you go and see, when you see like just an artist or a band play live. It's something, something very special.
This is it. I mean, the girls in particular, they're obviously coming to an age where I can maybe start taking them to more pop centralized concerts. So,
Uh-huh.
I took them to their first concert last year, and it was a Taylor Swift tribute act at an arena because we couldn't get tickets to Taylor on our own. Obviously,
Uh-huh.
just we missed the boat on that. So,
And how
but
was
it
that?
was
Was
so
it
nice.
good?
You know what? I had a really fun time, and for the same reason of, I looked over at these 2 girls who have loved this artist for so long, and they were just singing their hearts out, and I just think that's such a
Oh,
magical thing, um, to
that's
experience with them.
amazing. Absolutely. That sounds lovely. Wow.
It was, yeah, it was beautiful.
Wow, wow, wow.
Let me ask you this, as we're kind of getting sentimental about family and things like that,
Uh-huh.
and this is a question we ask everyone on the podcast, and it doesn't have to be necessarily someone that's famous or a singer, it could be a family member, but we always ask, who is your biggest hero in life?
Ooh, my biggest hero in life, I guess it would be my parents. Both of them together as a combined hero. They are just lovely. I love my parents so much. I guess that really would be my heroes. They're very, supportive and loving and always there for me and have always just loved me for who I am. And yeah, I think it's my parents for sure.
I think that's perfect. I've
Yeah.
got to say like, that I've done a couple of episodes for this season, and this is the third season of the podcast. And season one and two, pretty much all of our guests chose their mum. And
Oh,
dads never really got any love. There was maybe one or two people that said dad. This season, everyone has said both parents, and I'm so here for it. Like I'm so
no
here for
way.
both parents being celebrated
I'm
at the same
following I'm
time.
follow I'm following the trend. No, but I love my dad. He's fantastic. My dad is such a hero. He's really amazing. So yeah, but I can't yeah, they're I can't pick one of them. They're like equally amazing.
Perfect. Yeah, no, shout out to your parents. Shout out to Isak's
Shout
parents.
out.
Hi.
Yes.
Um,
Hell
I
yeah.
think it's time to maybe set the scene for your dream concert. So the way that we'll do this is I'll start off by talking about your venue choice first.
Uh-huh.
We'll talk about that a little bit. I'll ask a few quick questions and then we'll do it kind of bit by bit. So we'll do like the first act, a few questions, second act, etc. So
Ooh.
let's start with the venue. And this venue can be anywhere. It can be a beach, it could be Glastonbury, it could be wherever you want in the world. It's your dream concert to go and be an audience member for. So, where would your venue be?
So it's funny you said beach and Glastonbury because that was seriously two of I had like three kind of dream venues and I didn't it also like I feel like it depends on what music you're listening to also a lot and what these artists that I picked, what kind of music they make. Um, so I'd love to go to a beach concert and I would love to go to a festival concert, but I have chosen the concert hall in Gothenburg as my dream venue.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, lovely. What's it called?
It's called Konserthuset, so it's called like concert hall.
Oh, nice.
And
Okay,
it's a
cool.
beautiful venue. It's simple. It's a beautiful venue here in Gothenburg, and I have just kind of like, you know, been there a lot with my grandma growing up, going there, seeing classical music, seeing, Swedish pop artists singing, performing, and I got to perform there myself last year, which was amazing. And it's just a beautiful venue, and it just gives me the best vibes. And I felt like I would have loved to see my dream artist there.
Amazing. Perfect. What a great choice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
so we've got your venue.
Yeah.
I now want to talk about maybe who you would take to your dream concert. So obviously you
Ooh.
can take anyone you want. Do you have a core? So some people have like a core set of people that they take to a concert. Some people choose their
Uh-huh.
family. Some people just want absolutely an abundance of random people joining them. But who would you take?
I would take a group of friends. I
Nice.
can't pick just
Love that.
one, I don't think, because I'm like, who would that be? But for sure I'd go with a group of friends. That is my
Nice.
dream. Yeah.
Perfect. And do you drink?
I do. I love a drink and I love a little cigarette and just like having a good time before and then, hanging out with friends and then going to the concert. I mean, that would be
Love that. Love
the
that.
dream.
Okay. So another thing we always ask is because I think it's quite important to um, pick a decent place to stand to watch the concert.
Uh-huh.
Um, and so like some people like to chill out in the VIP section and watch kind of side stage. Some people like to be like me by the sound booth because
Mhm.
it's going to be a decent view, decent sound, everything going on. Some people want to be right at the front. Where would you want to be?
I think I'm like you and I wanna be this is seated. This is a seated venue, so I would wanna sit somewhere near the sound booth because I feel like that is the best sound in the venue. You wouldn't want to be too close. You wouldn't want to be too far back. So yeah, like in the middle where the sound booth is the perfect
Nice. It's always a good
spot.
view as well. You can always
It
see
is.
everything
It's an amazing view. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
perfect. Okay, amazing. So we've set the scene
Yeah.
for your dream concert. We have an idea of where you're sitting, who you're going with, what it all looks like. I'm quite interested. I will be looking up the architecture of the concert hall after this because I love
Do it, because it's
concert halls.
lovely.
There you go. Like I just think when you look at them and they're built for their acoustics and everything, it's
Yeah.
just like, okay, that's cool. Um, Let me ask you a few quick questions then before we go into your first act for the night, because I just want to hark back again to kind of you as a songwriter in between this kind of dream gig building.
Yeah.
So when you sit down to write a song, what comes first? Are you powering out lyrics? Is it the melody? Are you doing all the instrumentation?
It usually is, melody that comes first and then lyrics. And I most of my songs, like 95% of them, I've written together with someone else, and it's usually me and one other person. And I am not amazing on instruments. I can play a bit of piano, but I'm not, very good at that. So it's usually the other person that I'm with, and I'm kind of just saying what kind of feeling I'm in and where I'm at um in my kind of state of mind. And then they usually play something in that kind of world. And then I just start singing, and then comes the lyrics, and then the song is done in like an hour. Usually.
Nice.
And
In an
if I feel
hour.
like if you work I feel like yeah, I feel like I mean, you can sit and you can write lyrics for a little bit longer, but, like, most of it comes pretty quickly, and I feel like when the songs that I've worked harder on and really, like, felt like I couldn't really, like, get a handle on, and taken too long of a time, it's never really been a song that I've chosen to do anything with.
That's
So,
fair
yeah,
enough. I
it
guess it's
usually comes really quickly.
because it's like a flow, like you're in flow
Yeah,
state, so it's like flowing it out, and yeah, no, I get that.
yeah.
That's completely fair. I don't know why I
Yeah.
questioned it to begin with.
No, but
Okay,
it feels like, yeah, it's
so
just it yeah, it usually comes really quickly, and then you're in the vibe, and then if not, you kind of move on. You're like, "Okay," or I do. I'm like, I don't we'll try something else." And then they play something else, and then we're like, "Yeah, we're onto something." And then it all just, yeah, happens very quickly.
nice, nice. So segueing on from that, then,
Uh-huh.
if if you were to show only one song to
Yeah.
someone who's never heard your music before, to kind of show them exactly who you are and what your music is, what would you
Mhm.
choose from your catalog?
I would choose "Always You," which is my latest song. I feel like I get, like, just prouder and prouder of the music that I make. I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to how I really want my music to sound like, and I feel like "Always You" is a perfect representation of that. Yeah,
Amazing. Great choice. Great choice.
thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna you're welcome. I'm I'm gonna ask a couple of they're not silly questions because they've got meaning behind them, but slightly more playful questions
Oh, yeah.
before we go into your next act. Okay, so I'm gonna ask two very quick questions and then we'll go into a very quick game. And
Okay.
I'll explain it all to you as we go along. But if your life was a movie right now and you're in the end credits of the movie, it's the very end of the movie, what
Mhm.
song are you picking to round off the whole movie?
Ooh. Um, "Western Girl" with Lily Allen.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
I feel like I feel like I've been spending a lot of time in London. And I felt like that was fun, and I have it right in front of me on my Spotify on my computer. I listen to that album a lot lately, and I felt like that's fun. And I'm in
It's a
like
great
I'm a good place in my life, and I feel like I'm having fun, and I feel like that song is a bit cheeky and like fun. Yeah, I'd pick that one.
nice. Great
It's kind
choice.
of random, but
Great choice.
it's fun.
Okay. And then I guess back to a slightly more serious question, but still quite fun. Just bringing back that nostalgia element, I guess.
Uh-huh.
If you could go back and hear any song again, but for the first time, so it was like you've never heard it before, and you get to relive that experience,
Mhm.
what would you pick?
Um, there's so much music, and when these questions, it's like a question like this, it just feels like it becomes like error in your head. You're like, there's so much to pick from. There's so much amazing. But and just because I said that, I got a song now, and I have my answer. It is "Take Me to Church" with Hosier.
Brilliant choice. I
'Cause
I
that
will
was the song
say,
I remember hearing it on the radio, and I was like, "Wait a minute, what is this?" And, like, his
yeah,
voice, the sound of this, like, I was just like, "Wow." Yeah, I'd
it's a
pick
great
that song.
choice. It's a great choice.
Yeah.
Just to put your mind at ease as well, everyone that I ask questions like that to, come on here and they're just like, "Okay, whoa, I've gotta think. Give me a
Yeah.
second," like,
Yeah, and you wanna give a good
and,
answer, and you're like, "Oh my god, there's so much good music," and you're like, "Oh, what should I pick?" But that is honestly just because I said that, I was like, "That is my answer. That's a good answer. I like that answer. Take Me to
it's
Church."
perfect answer. It's
Yeah.
perfect answer, and with that, I'm gonna move you on to, a quick fun game, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
It's called Rogue Rockstar Riders.
Uh-huh.
There will be a logo here at some point.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, I need you to imagine you're playing the biggest show of your life, okay?
Okay.
And with that show, the promoter has come to you and said, "I'm gonna give you a huge rider, whatever you want on your rider, you tell me what you want. I need you to pick 3 things from each category that I give you, okay?
Ooh, okay,
And
fun. Yeah.
we'll start with drinks. So 3 drinks that you have to have on your rider.
Okay, I love orange wine, so I have a bottle of orange wine. I would have coffee, and then I would like oat milk. I feel like, is that connected? Can I have that together with the coffee, or do I feel like it's 3
That
different
comes with the
drinks.
coffee.
Oh, it does come with
That's
the
fine.
coffee.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
okay. Okay, cool. I will then do, um, the 3rd one, I would have kombucha. I like kombucha.
Nice. Okay, awesome. So we've got drinks,
Yep.
food.
Food, I would go with, um, maybe I'm thinking like a pasta.
Nice.
I'd love a good
Nice.
pasta like arrabbiata, and then I pick 3.
Good choice. 3, yeah.
Okay, 3. And then I love chocolate, but I know that's not very good to eat before you sing because it creates a lot of phlegm, or whatever you call it in English.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I would maybe just be like kind of fitness and go for like some fruit and um, and maybe like a crème brûlée. I mean, now I'm just going for like stuff that I like, and if I can pick anything, I'd go for
That's
that.
fine, yeah. It's not gonna affect you. How about that? It won't
No.
affect you in any way in
Okay,
the
then
performance.
loads of chocolate, a a crème brûlée, and a pasta arrabbiata.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, luxury items. So think a massage therapist, a gaming lounge, a spa. What
Ooh,
luxury
I'd do
items would
all
you
those 3. That was perfect.
love it.
I would wanna play Fortnite. I
Good
would,
choice.
have a massage. That sounds lovely, and then do a little spa. I mean, that sounds fantastic. The dream.
Perfect. And then finally,
Yeah.
I need your diva items. So I need you to imagine
Ooh.
you are Mariah Carey ordering fluffy carpets and 20 puppies, that kind of thing. Like go wild with it.
Ooh, what kind of diva items? I guess, like, a puppy would be lovely. I love dogs.
Nice.
And then, I don't know, like, That's hard. What kind of diva items even are there? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I
I
mean,
I don't
so
maybe like a
you could
chicken. I love chickens. Like a
I was gonna
chicken would be
say
there.
someone picked goats last time. They wanted loads of baby goats running around. So
That is
chicken
funny. I'd love some I'd honestly, okay, I'd love animals. I'd love some chickens, I'd love some puppies, and I'd love, um, maybe like, miniature, like, small pigs.
teacup pigs, the really tiny ones,
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
Yes. Love
That
that.
would
Okay,
be
perfect.
that would be sick.
Okay,
I would
last
have the best time.
question.
I would never go on stage. I'd just hang out in the in
Bring
the
them on
dressing
stage.
room.
Bring them with you.
Bring them with me.
Okay, last question for your rock star rider.
Uh-huh.
You have to pick one celebrity, dead or alive, to come into the green room and enjoy all this with you. Who are you
Ooh.
picking?
Mm, I'm thinking somebody who also likes animals. Random. Does it have to be a singer?
It doesn't have to. It could be any kind of celebrity, anyone that's kind of in the public eye.
I feel like I would pick Amanda Seyfried. Is that how you pronounce her last name?
Seyfried, yeah, 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 yeah.
I know she loves
Great
animals, and
choice.
she seems like I think she's fantastic, and she seems like a very calm and fun person to be around, and I feel like I would need that energy, so I'd pick her. And we'd have a lot of fun with the animals.
In the spa
In the
with the
spa.
animals on.
In the spa, playing Fortnite.
There you go. Look at that. That's a
Yeah.
really, that's I love that. That's a great rider.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. That
Okay,
sounds amazing.
we are on to building, your dream concert now.
Okay.
So we the way that this works is, people get upset with me if I say opening act because sometimes it's like 3 legends that they've picked. So let's
Mhm.
say the first act of the night. Who have you gone for?
I have gone for Nina Simone.
Nina Simone. Oh, what a choice. Okay. Any particular reason apart from the obvious or
I just think she's fantastic. Like, I've actually all of the 3 artists I've picked, singers, are all dead, and maybe it's like an even bigger dream because they're not here, and it's like, "Oh, I just wish I could have seen them, um, before they passed." But no, I just think Nina Simone is just amazing. I just love to see her perform live.
I love that. Okay,
She's
I'm
a big
excited that you said that all of them are dead too, because we've
inspiration.
never had that as well in
Oh,
50 episodes. We've never had all our artists be dead, so that's huge for me. I'm
yes.
very excited at that. Okay,
That
so
is cool.
uh, Nina has opened the gig and she is about to perform her encore song. What encore song is she going with?
Her encore song is "I Wish I Knew How It Felt to Be Free."
Amazing. Oh, what a choice. Okay,
Yeah.
lovely.
I'm
Okay, so we
honestly
have
loving my concert. I'm so excited. I just
I'm
yeah.
you know what? The thing is, I make the thumbnails for the each episode, and
Uh-huh.
I use the venue that you chose as the kind of background.
Uh-huh.
So I really love being able to then go back through the episode and researching out it, like, for example, like I said, the architecture of the concert hall and things like that. But then also the idea that you've got these, 3 legends that are no longer with us performing there is like a huge thing for me. It's the whole reason I started this. So
Wow.
I love that.
Amazing, amazing.
Right. Before we go on to act 2, a few more
Yeah,
quick questions just to
yeah.
reset a little bit. Um, if you could have written any song in history, what would it have been?
Mm. I feel like you get this feeling a lot when you hear a good song, you're like, "Oh, damn, I would have loved to
Yeah,
have written that song." Man,
100%, yeah.
sorry?
I just said 100%, I fully agree.
Yeah, yeah.
Get that
It's like
feeling
that
all the
happens
time.
all the time. Man, I think that I would pick, uh, I would pick maybe an Adele song. maybe it's
Nice.
Someone Like You. It's just,
It's
um
a great song.
it's a great song. It's so simple. You understand completely what she's saying. You feel exactly what she's singing. And like it's just it's like it's just a very like that will always be a great song. And like you can't say anything else, I feel like.
Agree,
And it
agree.
resonates with so many people. And I feel like that's also the dream with music, that you hope for your own music to resonate with people, and that, yeah, people can just listen to it in their own lives and kind of, yeah, have it as a little blanket, knowing that they're not alone. And yeah,
Mm. They can connect with it on a deeper level. This
exactly.
leads really nicely into my next question, actually, because I was going to ask with songs that people love.
Hmm.
Do you think it's better? Do you think people maybe enjoy it more when the song fully explains what the song is about, essentially, or do you think that when a song leaves it open to interpretation, it can be almost better in that sense because people can then take it and apply it to their own situation?
I think so. I think so. I think it's good to, it's like you have to, not be maybe too precise. Um, or if that's the word to use for that, but like, yeah, to leave a little bit of an open, space for people to have their own interpretation. And um, yeah, no, no, no. I believe in that. I'm like thinking if I'm a hypocrite saying that, and I'm like thinking about the songs that I've written, and I'm like, do I do that always? I don't think so, man. I think that that is, I like that music because then you can kind of, yeah, and I think that even if it's not a song, maybe that's like that, you can still kind of, make your own. You can always interpret. I hate that word. How do you say it?
Interpret.
Yeah, exactly how you want yourself. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
No, I think, yeah, I think you're right. I think it's important to have that element at times.
Yeah.
And sometimes, a song that does fully just tell you what's going on and how to feel about it does work
Yeah.
as well, and it does hit home just as hard. But I do think sometimes it is great to have a song where it's like, I connect on this level with this song, even though I don't necessarily understand how the person who wrote it was what they were going through at the time.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, it's an
absolutely.
interesting question for me because it's just like, where do people sit on that spectrum of what their preference is?
Yeah.
Um,
No, but I think
Cool.
that, yeah, I think it's just important, like, that, that you see yourself when you listen to music, and not see so much the artist that's singing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think that's
100%.
that's, so then that does make sense to then, yeah, maybe have that opinion about like it being more open, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Amazing. Okay, we are onto your second act for your dream
Okay.
concert. Hit
My
me with it
sec
because I'm so ready for this.
okay, my second act is a Swedish jazz singer, and her name is Monica Zetterlund. And
Nice. I'm
uh,
gonna struggle to pronounce that, so I'm not gonna try.
yeah.
Uh,
And I love her. She was kind of the first. See, it was like her song called "Sakta vi går om stan." It's translated into slowly. It's actually she's doing "Walking My Baby Back Home," that song, but she's doing a Swedish kind of version of it. She did a lot of like she. I don't think it was her who wrote the lyrics, but she did Swedish versions of jazz songs that, was already released. And I remember when I was very young and I went to see a talent show at my older sister's school. I have two older sisters, and they had a talent show at their school, and one of their friends dressed up as Monica Zetterlund and sang this song. And I remember looking at that being like, wow, I want to sing. I want to stand on stage. I want to be Monica Zetterlund. So yeah, I've always loved her, and she is also passed. She actually, um, she had an illness where she couldn't move. Like she had a hard time moving her body, and she was in a wheelchair and stuff. And she was smoking, and she was smoking inside her apartment, and it caught on fire, her bed and like the whole
Oh, wow.
apartment. Yeah, so it's very dramatic death. But yeah, she is fantastic, and that's my second act.
I love that. What a legacy as well. And a
Yeah,
crazy, yeah, that's a horrible, horrible death.
it is a
I
horrible
love
death. As it's absolutely horrible. But yeah, she wasn't that young though. She was kind of she died 2005, I think. So, and I think maybe she was like 80 or something. So she wasn't. She'd had a long life. But yeah, it was a tragic death.
mm. And and sorry, you obviously mentioned one of her songs, but would that be the encore song, or would you pick something
It
different?
actually wouldn't. The encore song is called Trubel, and that is means trouble, and it's just like a more kind of sad and depressed song about that she's just like walking around in her misery at home, and everything just went to shit. So that song I love. So that's the song I picked.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
It's probably a good time to mention to you as well that with every episode that we record,
Uh huh.
obviously me and you, we both mention a lot of music, a lot of songs, a lot of artists. Um, at the same time as releasing this episode, I'll be releasing a Spotify playlist of all
Hmm.
the music that you mentioned throughout the whole episode.
Oh,
So
amazing!
there'll be
Cool.
a
Oh,
playlist going
lovely.
hand in hand with the
Fantastic. I wanna. I want
people
that
get
playlist.
yeah, 100%. I'll be putting it out with the episode, so I'll make sure you get a link sent to you.
I
I'll
will. I
Instagram you.
will. I will save that playlist.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you. I need that. So,
Hell
um,
yeah.
amazing. Let's play a quick game
Yeah.
before we go on to your headline act. This game is called the Sacred Three.
Okay.
So, the idea is I need you to pick one song, one album, and one artist, but all other music in the world is deleted. So you only get to listen to one song, one artist, their whole catalog, and one album forever.
Ah, okay.
Who
Mm, I would. Um. Okay, so artist, I guess I would pick Adele.
good
Shocker.
choice.
And then album, I would pick Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter because I love Sabrina Carpenter. I think she puts out really fucking amazing pop music and it's just fun. And I feel like with Adele, if I'm listening to her whole catalog, I need to have a little bit of like upbeat, fun um
100.
songs that doesn't make me too sad. And then okay, so I have the album, I have the artist, and then I have the song, and the song would be uh, I don't know. Um, I would
Don't forget you've
actually
got
maybe
your
I
own
would
music
maybe
in
pick.
there.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have my own music. No,
That's fine. You can remake it, so it's fine.
no, but I think that I would. mm, The song that I'm picking as my third act of the concert, I would pick, but I don't wanna say that because that's giving that away.
That's fine. I tell you what, let's
Can we
that
have a
leads us straight into
cliffhanger?
that we'll cliffhang for there because I'm just about to
Oh,
ask
yeah.
you who is your headline act. We'll go into that now. So who have you picked for us for your headline act?
So my headline act and oh, this is my headline act. Okay, cool. And the song that I would listen to for the rest of my life is Amy Winehouse. and the song is "Tears Dry on Their Own."
Great. I mean, yeah, you can't. That's amazing. Like Amy Winehouse, Tears Dry on Their Own.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, and that would be your last track for your the song for your Sacred Three as well. So we've uh we've managed to get your headline act and the closing of your Sacred Three game at the same time there, which is
Oh,
again
yeah.
a podcast first. You know, you're
I'm breaking so many
breaking new
records.
ground.
I'm breaking new ground.
Exactly. Yeah, we have to start
Um,
sending you plaques, just like.
please. No, but I think Amy Winehouse is just fantastic. I love her so much, and she's just so amazing. And "Tears Dry on Their Own" is such a great song. I never get tired of that song, and I think that she has so many amazing songs. But just the way that she sings that song and the lyrics and the way it's written, it's just amazing.
I think it sounds like a pretty perfect gig, to be fair. It sounds like it's
It
gonna be
honestly
like.
does. As of for me, it's the dream.
And you were saying at the beginning, like, the venue choice has to match the kind of expectation of the act, and I feel
Yes.
like a concert hall that's maybe, like, seated throughout works so well with all those artists as well. It kind of just it all fits really nicely. Um,
Exactly, and I mean, I was at Roskilde last like, this summer, this last summer, and it was the best time, and I saw, like, Doechii, I saw Jamie XX, and it was just, like, we had the best time. So, I mean, a good concert at a festival is not bad. I mean, so it was hard to pick, but I felt like these, artists are my absolute favorites, and I would, yeah, like you said, I mean, this venue that I picked feels like that suits them very well.
Amazing. Exactly. Built your dream concert. It's fantastic. I am going to let you go in a minute, but not just yet because I have a few more things I want to run through with you. First
Uh-huh.
of all, we always end an episode with some wild would you rather's. You know what would you rather's are?
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. They're quick fire as well, so I'm gonna ask you for quite a quick answer if possible.
Yeah,
You can think about it a little bit, but let's just get straight into it. So, would you
absolutely.
rather play one perfect show to 500 people or a huge stadium show where something goes wrong?
Oh, a huge stadium show that something goes wrong because I don't mind if something goes wrong. I think it's fun and it just makes it feel real and I'll
You're
just
only
laugh it
human.
off and you're only human.
There you go. Would you rather have one song remembered forever or your whole
Yeah.
career, whole career that only true fans understand?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. This was supposed to go fast. I didn't understand. One song
So
that would be remembered
one
by
song that is
forever.
remembered forever by everyone, or a whole career that is only truly understood by your hardcore fans.
Oh, okay. I think uh have a long career that is understood by a few hardcore people. That yeah, that would be lovely.
Amazing.
Then
Okay.
we'd hang
Um,
out together. We'd have a good time. I get to like make videos, make fun photo, whatever. And yeah, I'd pick that one. Cool.
that that's how, like, cult artists are born, isn't it? When you have
Yeah.
a hardcore group of fans that really kinda stand for you. Would you rather forget the lyrics on stage or change key by mistake in the middle of your biggest song?
I That is horrible. Both of them. I think
Yeah.
maybe um like which one is worse? I think that maybe change key, because I'm thinking also the musicians that I play with are fantastic and they would just follow me and maybe no one would really notice.
Okay, I like that.
And
I like that.
a little key change could be fun. You never know.
It could. Take it up a notch, why not?
Exactly.
Why not?
Exactly.
Would you rather every time you start a song, the lights go
Yep.
out for the full song, or
Yep.
every time you finish one, the whole crowd goes silent for 20 seconds?
Ooh. Wait, what was the first one?
So every time you start a song, all the lights go out for the whole song.
Oh, no, I can't have that. They'd have to be quiet for 20 seconds. Yeah.
Good. I mean, they'll applaud after 20 seconds, so you'll be
Okay.
fine. They'll be clapping after.
Okay, okay, okay.
Would you rather?
Yeah.
This is apt based on your heroes. Would you rather your parents analyze every lyric you write publicly on social media,
Mm.
or every time you release a song, your ex messages you asking if it's about them?
I think the ex messaging me about if it's I like a little bit of drama. Love drama. That sounds fun. I'd love that.
And finally, would you rather every interview turns emotional or every interview just turns crazy?
Mm, ooh, a little bit of both. Then I can't pick that. Maybe crazy.
Nice. I'll tell you what, it was the last one. We'll go with both. I like that. A
Can
little
we?
bit
Because I'm like,
emotional, a little bit
I'd
crazy.
love it for it to be emotional, of course, because but like crazy just sounds like more fun, and like crying and like being too emotional would also like that's not I want to be. I'm associating it with like being emotional with like being a little bit sad, and then I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to be sad. I want to be have fun on an interview and be crazy. So,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
love that.
a little bit of both. Thank you.
Amazing. Isak, thank you so much for coming on the show and building your dream concert. Before you
Thank
go,
you.
please let everyone know what you've got coming up, what's coming out soon. Let everyone know. It's all yours.
I mean, you did an amazing intro, and yeah, it's I have a new single out called "Always You." There is a new single coming very soon, and then another single, and then these singles become something towards the end, which maybe I shouldn't talk about right now. And then I have an exciting tour coming in the beginning of May. I'm coming to London, like you said, to the uh, how did you pronounce the
The
tabernacle?
Tabernacle.
The
Tabernacle in Notting Hill.
tabernacle. Yeah, in Notting Hill, exactly. I'm very excited for that show. I've never played in London before, so it's gonna be amazing. And then, yeah, I'm just, you know, keep making music, keep touring, keep having fun.
Love that. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been
Simon,
a
thank you
pleasure
for
having you on
having
the
me.
show.
Thank you.